very grateful that you weren't killed, Craig. Did these murderers leave any evidence that might lead you to the purple monster?
Well, I did find this in the room.
That's just a blank piece of paper.
No, not entirely blank. There's a faint imprint of some words that were written on the sheet above it. Let's see if we can bring them out. Benjamin. Well, that must be Professor Benjamin, the inventor of the atmospheric stabilizer.
But why should these men be interested in Benjamin or his device?
Well, if the purple monster is building a jet plane, he'll obviously need some sort of a stabilizer to regulate the atmosphere and air pressure in the control chamber.
Possibly you're right, Craig.
There's no doubt about it. I'm going to see Benjamin and warn him at once.
Telephone trap not only failed to dispose of Foster, but you left evidence that is leading him straight to Benjamin.
That's going to make it tougher to get that stabilizer.
It would be difficult in any event, since he's never drawn plans of his stabilizer. He carries the details in his mind.
Oh, I've made men talk before.
I'm afraid you might find Benjamin a rather difficult subject. As a matter of fact, this job is going to require more tact and discretion than I can hope to find in any of my associates here. Purple monster calls the Emperor of Mars.
The Emperor listens. Speak.
I have encountered a problem, Your Highness, that is beyond the powers of my earthborn henchmen. I need my assistant, Marcia.
Whatever you need, you shall have. Marcia will be dispatched immediately by X7. Are you making any progress on the jet plane?
Excellent, Your Highness. The hour of Earth's conquest is near. You begin to understand my plan?
I think I do.
I'll calculate the exact time of Marcia's arrival, and we'll meet her at the same place I landed. Here she comes.
Why, that's only a falling star.
That is projectile X7. Inferior to the jet plane we're building now, but adequate for a one-way passage. Marcia.
Thank you, Master. I've come to assist you.
This is Garrett, my earthly assistant.
I'm eager to hear my assignment.
Very well, Marcia. A certain Professor Benjamin has invented an atmospheric stabilizer, which we need for the jet plane. He has a trusted woman assistant.
Whose body and identity I shall assume.
That is correct. As his secretary, you'll be able to secure the necessary information from the professor regarding the principles of his invention. One important part, the dimensional magnet, has already been completed. That you must find and seize.
I understand.
I'll take you to his workshop in the morning.
I appreciate your concern, Craig, but I think it's a waste of time for you to stay here and guard me.
The purple monster will stop at nothing, Professor Benjamin. Or your life may be in danger.
I'm used to working with death at my elbow. Step into the alcove. If anyone were to walk through here, it would be the end of him.
What do you mean, Professor?
Let me show you. Let's stand over there.
That's amazing.
The same thing would happen to a man. To me, if I weren't careful.
Nevertheless, don't underestimate the purple monster.
I won't.
Well, I'll leave you now, Professor.
Well, why don't you have lunch with me before you go? My house is just across the yard.
Well, thanks, I will.
I'll be back in an hour, Helen. You'd better lock the doors.
Very well, Professor.
Who are you? You won't need to know.
What do you want?
Your identity and your job.
Helen! Helen! What happened? Helen, open the door! Break it down!
As if she's fainted or got a shock.
I must have touched the galvanizer coil by mistake. Stupid of me.
Do you feel all right now?
Of course. A little shock like that is all in a day's work.
Well, if you're sure everything's all right, I'd better be going. But I'd advise you both to be very careful.
We will.
Goodbye.
Yes, I'm alone. You can talk.
I have all the data on the stabilizer, and I found the dimensional magnet. You can send Garrett to pick them up. No, the professor's at a conference. He won't be back for some time.
Good. I'll send Garrett right away.
Do you want me to remain here with the professor?
It would look better if you did. Are you sure that no one suspects Helen is Marcia?
No more than anyone suspects that Dr. Layton is the purple monster. Goodbye, Doctor. Hello, Professor. You're back early.
They called the conference off, Helen. Would you mind going over to the house to see if a letter came from the patent office?
I'd be glad to.
Hello, Craig?
Yes, Professor Benjamin?
I found out something extraordinary about the purple monster. Yes, it's incredible. But the purple monster is...
Professor Benjamin.
What happened?
There was a shot just as he was going to tell me something about the purple monster.
You'd better get over there. What happened to him?
I had to kill him. There isn't time to explain now. Here's the dimensional magnet and the data on the stabilizer.
Good. Are you staying?
I'll have to. They'd suspect me if I left. I'll tell them the purple monster killed him.
Get those hands up.
I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Foster.
Who killed him?
The purple monster, he moved. He's still alive.